I truly believe that VR, or virtual reality, is the future of gaming. It is incredibly immersive already and doesn't require you to move around a lot, although moving around a lot is the best part in my opinion, and you have the freedom to do so with VR. You see, computer games of old are too stagnant. First-person shooters, for example, require the movement of only 3 body parts: your arms, your fingers, and your eyes. That's it. So while many of us risk DVT blood clots and carpal tunnel from a mouse and keyboard, VR encourages the user to get up and move. So there are positive attributes apart from just being a new experience physically for your body. It's part of the reason VR is so immersive, the fact that you can move around a lot. And to demonstrate just how immersive it can be, we've partnered with Oculus to showcase the new Rift S. Let's talk about some of the hardware associated with Rift S. One thing you'll likely notice out of the box immediately is the lack of external sensors. VR kits of old required standalone sensors that tracked head and handset motion in order to keep everything in sync. And synchronization is extremely important in VR. It's one of the reasons why it feels real. The original Oculus Rift required at least 2 external sensors, 3 for a full-size room, and they can admittedly be a pain to wire up and calibrate. With Rift S, however, this is the number of external sensors you'll need. 0. And that's because Oculus instead integrated sensors, 5 of them actually, all around the headset through what they call the Insight system. So check this out. And yes, you can wear glasses with this headset. You have 1 optical sensor to the right, 1 to the left, 2 up front, and 1 up top. So if I happen to be playing VR, I'm not, but if you do, make sure you wear the wrist straps. You don't want these things flying into your TV or someone else. You can see that the headset can track movement of these controllers pretty much anywhere I can stretch my hands. And that's very important. It sounds a bit crazy, I'll give you that. But on paper, it makes perfect sense. You see, VR is all about movement. It's about feeling like you're somewhere else entirely. And fixed external sensors limit this player's movement and are prone to interference from things in your immediate surroundings. So if I, for example, was to step between a sensor and another player, tracking would be thrown all out of whack. But with Rift S, no such interference occurs. It's literally all done through the headset and the 2 handsets. It's pretty awesome, actually, and it works really well in the real world. It's actually more reliable in our experience and significantly easier to set up thanks to fewer wires and calibration steps. Next, let's talk about the Oculus Store, which boasts a surplus of top-of-the-line VR content curtailed specifically toward Rift and Rift S. You can find instant classics like Beat Saber, which McLovin instantly fell in love with. You just need to sync up your saber slashing with the rhythm of the song in question, but that's, you know, it sounds way easier than it is. The colors in this one are fantastic though. I'm getting a futuristic retro kind of vibe. And it doesn't just stop there. You can of course play VR titles on Steam as well. And the good thing about opting for an established brand like Oculus is that a vast majority of VR titles support Rift S natively. One of our favorites here is a game called Standout. Think PUBG, but completely hands-on. You literally run around the map in a battle royale format, search for guns, load up ammo, cock the gun, and shoot just like you would in PUBG or Fortnite, except in this case, you're completely immersed in the experience. You're doing all of the same motions you would in real life, so it feels, of course, more real. You can even crouch and go prone, assuming you have enough space. Just make sure you're always wearing the handset straps around your wrist. You don't, again, want to be smashing your TV or someone else in the face. Another cool attribute of Rift S is its integrated positional audio. Part of the immersion factor that I keep coming back to is sound. You can have a picture that makes you question your own reality, but without sound, it lacks structure. In order for humans to be convinced of something, every sense must be satisfied. So you've got a few options here, and I always welcome options for the consumer. 1, connect your own headphones. They don't even have to be Oculus branded. Any pair will do. It's just a 3.5mm headphone jack. But your second option is using Rift S's built-in speakers. They wrap around either side of your head and have directional firing for a surround sound sort of feel. Consider Standout, for example. Hearing footsteps and gunfire is critical here, and Rift S does such a good job at simulating direction that I haven't found a need for an external pair of headphones. And that's awesome. Look, if you want to use a $1,000 set of cans, be my guest. The fact is, you have a choice. But a VR headset is nothing without comfort. So here's the raw stuff. You're at 1280 by 1440 pixels per eye now for a theoretical 1440p full screen experience when viewing with both eyes. This is also a 80 Hz display down from 90 Hz in the original Rift. I don't see flickering, so it's not an issue for me, but you might, so I suggest test driving one at your local big box retailer if you think it's a concern, although it's probably not one. These two metrics appear more as like side grades than anything else, I'll admit. There's no two ways about it, but a trade-off and upside here is that minimum PC requirements remain unchanged from the original Rift, despite some noteworthy upgrades, including the lack of external sensors. And one thing Oculus is definitely proud of in the visuals department is an improved lens array, reducing the overall screen door effect that plagued older generation VR headsets. It's a huge step in the right direction and definitely relieves the strain on the eyes after long gaming sessions. Additionally, Oculus improved its Halo headband for Rift S, allowing for more flexibility and comfort regardless of head size or shape, and I have a really weird shaped head, so that's important. Plush padding up front and at the rear helps a ton. The strap up top helps align the screen with your eyes, which is important, and the twistable fastener at back secures everything in place for security in even the most intense situations. So check this out. I'll go ahead and slip this thing on with my glasses, twist that fastener at the rear, and let's just start shaking your head. There's literally no movement. You hear my glasses because my glasses aren't fixed to my face, but this headset ain't going anywhere, folks, and that's a good thing because some of these games are gonna make you, whew, whew. You never know. It's that immersive. It feels like you're actually being attacked by things, so be careful.
It's like Captain Jack Sparrow up in here. Oh gosh. Meh. Oh, little mix-up action. Good. Did you get that, Greg?
All right, I got half of it.
A little bit of samurai action up here. Ooh, I'm getting really hot and sweaty. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, what's up? Well, I definitely admit that it gives me a pretty good workout. I mean, I really am still sweating. It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna buy one for me and my girlfriend to play. I think it's fun to have in little studio apartments that you can get down and you have some room to move around. Yeah.
So look, here's the deal. Without a doubt, Rift S is an incremental upgrade over the original Rift. It's just an S model, by the way. It's not Rift 2. But Oculus has managed to pack all of these features and upgrades into a kit that only costs $399 US. I think the biggest improvement was sensor integration, without a doubt. This was by far the easiest PC VR headset I've set up to date, and I only expect it to get better with Oculus from here on out. And I'm still waiting for, you know, like wireless HDMI, like integrated battery pack, totally untethered VR. That would be awesome to have the power of a PC behind you. And yeah, if you're interested in something like that, totally untethered, they do have Quest, which has its own like built-in set of games and runs off of a Snapdragon 835. It's less powerful, but it's totally untethered, so there's that option as well. Oculus is doing cool things, and I'm excited to see where they go from here. So yeah, keyboard and mouse gaming just isn't the same after gaming with Rift S for several weeks. It's all about immersion. I keep saying that, but that's the point of VR. And again, I'm excited to see where Oculus goes from here. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe, click the bell, become a member, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Science Studio. Thanks for learning with us.